20 years later, we are remembering those lost on September 11th when our city and country came under attack. And tonight, we are introducing you to two women who were working inside of the city's 911 call center on that horrific day. And News 12's Katie Lusso has this story. We do want to warn you, some of the images you are about to see may be considered disturbing to some.
Planes crashed into the World Trade Center. It looked like it was intentional. Roll every available ambulance you got.
The first calls coming over.
It was just a huge explosion.
Chilling.
You're at the World Trade? Yeah.
About 2 miles from the towers inside the Metrotech Center in downtown Brooklyn.
New York City 911.
Police communication technicians Raeann, Singleton, and Monique Brown were working in the 911 call center.
We have a board that tells us how many calls we're holding. And I looked up to see the board and it's red and we were holding 526 calls. I knew right away something was wrong.
She says at first they didn't realize the magnitude of what was unfolding.
You just saying, oh God, another accident.
But then at 9:03 a.m.
You have a second plane into the other tower.
Offices have been evacuated. Apparently, this is a coordinated attack upon the United States.
Second plane hits the building, not a coincidence.
They were both in the dispatch room, in communication with NYPD officers responding to the World Trade Center.
The fear in their voices, I will never forget that. That goes in my head over and over again.
I remember having a conversation with a unit, Truck 6. He was high up and he was looking for a way to get some people out of the building. If they got out or not, you know, if they made it or if they're still alive, I don't know. I would like to think that they're all fine.
At the same time, the 911 calls their colleagues were handling haunt them to this day.
Callers were calling in saying, can you get a message to my husband? His name is, you know, X, Y, and Z. Or can you please tell my daughter that I love her?
People that how do you as a human being be in a situation like that and you have to make the decision either burn up or you jump?
In the midst of chaos and nonstop calls, Monique realized her sister, an NYPD officer in the 28th precinct, had still not returned her call.
I call her precinct, the 2A precinct, I call them and I ask them. And they say, well, she went down to the World Trade Center with some of the cops. They hadn't heard from her. I just start calling her name over the air, you know, with no response, but I just keep calling her name. I just become hysterical, like, I can't find my sister. So,
She says one of her supervisors pulled her out of the radio room and helped calm her down.
He made a call to Woodhull Hospital and she was there. So that was like the relief. Like I prayed, like, God, please don't let anything, you know, happen to my sister.
20 years later.
It feels like yesterday.
Both rely heavily on their faith, their families, and their friendship to get them through.
Brought us closer together. We're closer than ever now.
Bonded for life.
A friendship strengthened out of one of the most gut-wrenching days of their careers.
It's been 20 years and I'm still feeling I can't turn on the TV because I don't want to see that plane going into the building from the news again. And this is something that will live with us forever.
Which is why they beg of you to never forget what unfolded on September 11th, 2001. Katie Lusso, News 12.